Howdy, everybody. Just wait for people to start filing in here. Howdy, 6th Estate. There's one. Yeah, we got lots of good news, everybody. I'll wait for some. Hey, Knuckleputs. How you doing now? Gatekeeper, good news. Lots of good news. Well, the best as I can get in my predicament, but it's all good. I feel fine. They don't have me on any drugs. I'm normal. The only thing they actually have me on is, I keep forgetting what they call it. I should write this down. It's what athletes take to make themselves stronger. What do they call that? Yeah, whatever. No, not Decaffeinated. No drugs. It's just, boy, I should know this. I have a brain fart with this word. Steroids. That's it. Thanks, Steve. And Knuckleputs. Yeah. The only thing that the steroids is doing is keeping me up for 4 days now. And that it's not a skirt. It's my hospital gown. See, I got my pants. I got a coat. You want me to take it off? All right. Let's see. How many people we got in here? We got 17. Okay, I'm sure some of you want me to take it off, but don't think my girlfriend will want me to do that. Yes, everybody's prayers are working. I still have the same tumors; they're all still there, but I had everybody here telling me basically what's going on and what they're going to do, and when they're going to do it first. Like I said, the only thing they have me on is steroids. And that's to keep the swelling down. I know my head's swelled up enough as is, but they can't determine which tumor was the first one, or if this one migrated to that one, or that migrated to here, or they just all formed at the same time separately. But what they are going to do is they are releasing me tomorrow to go home as outpatient. They're going to have me come in a week later, and they're going to go over the procedure one more time of what they're going to do in the steps. And then the 13th, I go in for my first operation. I will be in the hospital for 2 days to recuperate, depending on how the surgery went. And then a week after the stitches heal up, they send me in for my second one. Then my third one after that. Now, what they're focusing on now and why they're doing it in this order without knowing what started where is the first one is right back here, and that is the center of my balance and coordination. So if I go out auditing, I may stumble, fall down. But that's why they're going to keep me in the hospital first 2 days to make sure that the surgery that they do back here, and it's too big to do chemo or anything else. It's about that big. It's about the size of not quite as big as a golf ball, about half that big. And they're hoping that when they get rid of this, and with the swelling down, they'll have a better look to get in there and take out just what they need without accidentally taking something else that I need, and get exactly what they got to get. Now, when they do that first one back here, they're going to take that and do a biopsy off it. They're going to find out if, from that biopsy, if that tumor came from my lung and migrated up there. And if that's the case, then this is where the mass started. But even if the mass did start here in my lung, they're going to go for the second one up in my brain, which is here. And this one's not so much critical for balance and stuff like that. And if you look it up, you find out what this part of the brain is. May lower my IQ a few points, but I got extras to spare. And the third one is going to be 2 weeks after that, and that's going to be the one in my lung. That one there is, how do I put it? It's buried down into the real fine particulates of the lung. and that one is too big for them to surgically remove. But they have, when they do the surgery, they're going to find out from that one whether it's going to be large cell or small cell. Now, depending on which one it is, if it's one, not a problem. The little chemo is going to melt like butter and gone. If it's the other one, that's going to be a little bit harder, you know, especially where it is. It parted my lung way off, the capillaries and stuff like that. And if it's going to be too hard or too dangerous to do with chemo, then they're just going to remove a piece of my lung. But the first two up here, they have high prognosis that they're going to get that easy. That's it. Large cell is harder. Yeah, if it's a small cell, he goes, not a problem. It's just going to melt like butter on pretty much one or two. And that, so he says, no matter what we're doing, we're going to keep you around. He goes, this is not the end, you know. He goes, one way or another, they'll, even at worst, say it is large cell and it's worse, and they have to really attack it with a lot of, they're going to attack it with surgery and chemo and really go aggressively at it. But they told me the worst is if, as long as it doesn't, when they're cutting it out or masticing it, if none of the liquid goes into the surrounding area and they mop it up really good, which he promised me he's going to, then it's not going to exacerbate or grow from that. And then the treatments is going to slowly kill off what's left. And if worse comes to worse and they have to take one lung because they can't keep getting it and it keeps progressing, they can take one lung, you know, as long as they just stop it in its heels. And last surgery is scheduled for, I believe it's November 13th. Yeah, hey, I got big lungs. I could actually, I'm a smoker, but I could still hold my breath for 5 minutes underwater. So 3 minutes with one lung, just as good as most people. But yeah, they're again, they know I sing, I dance, I act, and I have to have my breath to sing and dance. So they're going to try to not remove anything and hit as aggressively as they can. So, and the other good news, Babble Gaming. I've been working with them for the last year, and this is another one. I'm sort of famous for one game called Vega Conflict, where the whole community from Vega Conflict know who I am. And in that game, I'm not Bull SpongeBob. I'm Earth. EARPH. All right. Well, I've been a host of that show and that game for 5 years now. Now, the game has gone to more of a, not a player-based game, but a pay-to-win game. All right, and they've just become money grabbing, and it's been tanking for the last year. And Babble Gaming has been trying to get their game up and running in the same time in the last year, and I've been working with them getting their game up and running, and it's being released November 30th. Just in time for me to be fully recuperated. And they've been talking to me, they're really concerned. They even offered to give me a plane, pay for my flying lessons and that, so I could fly all over the United States and give expos and help gamers. They're even giving me an advanced copy of the game so I can get to learn how the game works and that, which is very similar to the other game that I play, Vega Conflict, but not a money grubbing game. And they promised that they're not going to make it a power creep. And I've been working with them tight for the last year, and their game actually started many years before Vega Conflict. But the company they went through tanked. So they've been trying, and they've been revamping the game and that, but they don't want to make it a power creep where you have to get things really fast. They want it so that the players that start today can slowly progress and with the game, like with everybody else, instead of coming in and coining being the best of everything. My musicals and that this year are shot to hell. And they're doing Willy Wonka. And they're all upset that I can't be in the musicals this year. But I says, don't worry, I'll be in the crowd. And, you know, I'm their favorite comedian in these the musicals. They pull me for all the fun stuff. Pratfalls and the fish dance from anybody watch Spamalot? The musical? No? Well, Spam. If you don't know who a Spamalot is, anybody hear of Monty Python? Well, Monty Python did a musical called Spamalot. All right, it's funnier than hell. And I did all sorts of pratfalls. I was shot with an arrow. It's on YouTube, where you shot with an arrow and I just fall straight back poof, on the stage. Message, sir. Fish dance, fish slap dance. That's a funny one. You gotta watch it. That was a fun one to do. But again. So there's a nice V-tail. It's got my name on it. Anybody knows what V-tails? It's a plane. The tail's like this. And he just was donated to me by Babble Gaming because he had an extra one. I was talking to the CEO and I'm helping them, and for free. I was doing this for free because of my expertise with the other games, and they're ready to release. And boy, they keep saying without me helping them, they probably would not have been able to get on. But yeah. Oh, Spamalot is funner than hell. First off, you'll see them riding horses, but they don't have horses. They have coconuts going clunk, 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 as they march along. And that they get attacked by cows off of catapults off of a castle. And oh, by the way, no, they're not rebuilding me yet. It's going to take a while. In a week, Njord, I have to go to them, and they're going to give me my final consultation of what their procedure is. And what the procedure is, they're going to go in, take part of the brain back here, which is my balance in that, see how I recover, make sure that they didn't cut too much out, and if they did, well, I got to learn to rewalk. Then they're going to come in a week later and take out one up here, inside my head, which this one isn't, other than the little math equations and that, not going to hurt any. And I'm too old to use math anymore. I don't do it. Nope. So I don't need it. And then about a week later, they're going to go for the lung one. But they're going to find out exactly what that one's built from. And as I was saying, if it's large cell, then they got to attack it viciously with some surgeries and chemo, stuff like that. But if it's small cell, they can just hit it once with chemo, and it's just going to melt like butter. And if I'll be up and running. And this whole procedures of these 3 operations should be done by November 13th. I will be bald. That's okay. I'll probably get some dreads. Have Furry send me some dreads. But the doctors, again, they're doing everything to make sure that nothing goes wrong. And they go, no, don't worry about this is going to be the end. And no matter what we're going to do, maybe just no. They says, I'm going to be around for years. All right, Common Sense, thanks for dropping in. So again, I was going to make this short because I know everybody wants to know what's going on. And if they didn't make it in here, bald men sexy. You're talking to a hippie whose hair, up till lately, has been down to my ass. I would have made Furry jealous with my hair. And yeah, at my age, I still don't have gray. So, but thanks for dropping in, Common Sense. And just so everybody knows, it's all good news. I'm going to live unless something really screws up. But the doctors there, they say I have a good attitude, which y'all know me. And that's half the battle. And ooh, Furry's making me a Bullish Shirt. I was so surprised. I didn't ask him to. He just offered it. It's like, and Mrs. Potato's gonna design it for me, so I can't wait to see it. So, but I'm happy. I've got dozens of Furry shirts already. Well, my hair is short now, and my hair does grow fast. It grows about an inch a month. I just had my hair cut, and I was starting to get that. Oh boy, have I had brain surgery and already forgetting things already? Mullet. It was getting to the mullet point, and I have a choice when it gets to the mullet, band it up like this, and then just keep letting it grow till it's out of the mullet stage, or cut it back. My one doctor actually says that he's going to prescribe me CDBs. And I got another one. He says he could sneak me a prescription for the other stuff too. But I said, you don't have to do that. I already got people that do that for me. Actually, I wouldn't mind dreads. I used to have dreads for a while too. All good news, Landley. It's, well, as good as it can get. I've got surgeries ahead of me. And I know some of you, I'm going to be repeating myself because people are coming in late here, but I'll bridge this as best as I can. You can watch some details from earlier. But I have 3 lesions, one here, and one in my left lung. They don't know which one started, if this one spread and is causing these, or if these ones spread and is causing this one, but it really won't matter. The ones that I'm having problems with right now are up in my head. This one here is throwing my balance off, which is what put me in the hospital. Every time I'd stand up, I'd have to stand up really slowly. And the worst part was trying to watch you guys on the cam, because right now I'm in a comfortable position because I'm looking down. But when I'm at home on the computer and that, I'm more like sitting up like this. Then after a while, I start losing my balance up here. And with migraine, it was, I mean, with migraines that happens, but this one was, my migraine pain level reached up to 9, 10, and I could still function. But this was more like 6, 7, and things were going wacko, and I was losing my balance. So they saying, even if this wasn't the first one, this is the first one they want to take care of because it's the one causing the most problems. Then after this one's done, and they make sure that they didn't damage anything that's going to throw off my balance and stuff like that, then they're going to go back about a week later and get this one. Now this one's really not going to be around anything. It's a big one, but it's really not around anything that's going to be damaging. So they don't have to worry about this one first, but this is the first one they want to take care of because the whole mass and nerves and everything is such small bundles back in here that they have to be very careful. This one, they still have to be careful, but not as careful. And like I said, I got extra brain cells, so I think I can handle a little dumbing down and make me more normal to humans. And then this one here, depending if it's, while they're doing this all, they're going to find out what kind of cells are in my lung. If it's large cells, it's going to be harder to take care of, and it's going to be a bunch of cutting and chemo and this, that, and the other to try to stop it from progressing. If they're cutting and it's progressing too fast, then they may have to just cut out a big chunk of my lung and be done with it, and then just send me in for chemo for any little residual things that are left anywhere. That's where I'll be the ballpark. And all this should, between the 3 operations, should be done by November 13th. Tomorrow, they're releasing me to go home. The only thing they are giving me is steroids to keep the swelling down. But other than that, I'm not on painkillers or any drugs or anything like that. I just can't have cigarettes. I can't have my hoon right now until I get home. Will I glow? Only if I turn off the lights. Actually, I was thinking, go back to see the doctor on the second operation, put some glow stick stuff on my face, and doc, is this normal after the chemo? What the? That would freak him out a little bit. But yeah, all the nurses and doctors. I told the nurses, come in at 10 o'clock. I'll make them famous. They were like, you were on a podcast last night? Why didn't you tell me? I said, I did. But again, it's going to be costly. That's what. I know it would be funny. Doc, something's going wrong after the surgery. I'm glowing. Is this normal? There you go. What I do not like is I can't shave. This is 3 days growth. I know you can't see it that well in this light. Can't shower, but I got this spray stuff you spray in your hair and then wipes up and it gets the oil out of the air, but it doesn't work all that. So I'm just can't wait to get home. My kids are going with my puppies. They're going nuts because Dad's not home. Nikki, I sent Nikki home today. She was here for one day. My sister was here for the next day. She was here for another, and they're going to release me tomorrow, but I don't know what time. And I'll be trying my best to still go online, let y'all know what's going on. It's just, I don't know how I'm going to position, because I can't sit at my computer like this for too long. Even though I'm on steroids, after I'm up for a while with my head straight or back, I start getting dizzy in that. Laughter is good for the soul. And joke all you want. Make all the jokes, because I am. I've had the doctors and nurses and Stitch here all day. They really don't want me to go home because they like me here. Then I had to hide. One of my crazy exes was over here visiting somebody else. I was like, oh shit, close the door, don't let her know I'm here. So it all looks good. I don't really see, unless they start operating and things get away from them, I did eat today. I had a turkey sandwich, and I had grapes, and I had this turkey salad, I think it was. And so it was the first thing I've eaten after 4 days, and I got 3 hours sleep this morning after I got done talking with you. Then the nurses came in, and I even added, no, let me sleep. Just start falling asleep. About a half hour later, somebody comes in. Hi, gotta take your blood pressure. So I never did get REM. So every time I'd start dropping off, somebody else would come back in. I just gave up. I'm gonna sit up the rest of the day. And then, yeah, sure enough, they came in with my steroids, and when they give me steroids, yeah, I was able to eat today, finally. I got a good sandwich in, turkey salad, and a lot of grapes. Been drinking the hell out of juice. I've gone through about 20 of these so far tonight. Orange juice and that. And I was able to sneak a real cup of caffeinated coffee. I can't drink decaffeinated coffee because it gives me migraines. Does anybody know how decaffeinated coffee's made? I'll wait. I'm going to have a sip of caffeinated coffee while you try to figure it out. Yeah, it does that too. It gets my heart going in that, but I try to keep myself zen and calm. I've been on bad trips, so I know how to do it. All right. Decaffeinated coffee is decaffeinated with diesel. Take a coffee pot, take a bunch of coffee grounds, dump it through the diesel. It filters the caffeine out. Pour what coffee grounds is left out on paper, let it dry, rinse it off, grind it up, and there's your decaffeinated coffee. Yeah, well, methyl chlorine too, but originally it was just diesel, but now it's a mix of methyl chloride and diesel. And I can't drink decaffeinated coffee because it will start migraines. I've gone to restaurants where I've asked them, they got the pots mixed up. Then they're pouring everybody coffee out of the orange pot, which is usually the decaffeinated one, and they're so dumb they don't really know which one was what. Then they get it confused. Humans are idiots sometimes. And I says, and I will ask, are you sure that's decaffeinated? Yep, that's the decaf. We just used that pot. All right. I have a sip of it. Within 15 minutes, it's like, oh, no, it wasn't. That's decaffeinated, you dumb fucks. Then usually I don't go back to that place. Oh, I'm a sugar addict too. Might have a cup of coffee, 4 tablespoons per big cup sugar, and lots of cream. But yeah, I won't be in the musicals this year. Can't dance when you're dizzy. But they're all rooting for me too. That's what they say, but for some reason, it will give you migraines. Not just once in a while. 75% of people who drink decaffeinated also complain of migraines. It may be rinsed out, but they may rinse 95% of it out, but there's 5% in there that's going to bug you. There was one time I was trying to cut down my caffeine, and I knew about decaffeinated coffee, so anybody ever hear of this instant coffee called Sunrise? It's a real good tasting coffee, but it's cut with chicory to cut down the nicotine. Still great flavor, but it has chicory in it. I could drink coffee all the time and still go right to sleep if I wasn't on steroids. But again, I don't drink. I don't drink. But I don't drink. Never have. I've tried it when I was younger. Got in trouble a few times. But I just didn't like it. My problem with drinking is the dizzy. I do not like getting dizzy at all. And after drinking, I'll start getting the spins, and I don't like that stuff. Why am I getting fucked up to get sick? No, this is not what I want. You know? Some people can drink it and sip it and that, but the ones out of Weaselbutt? Isn't that meerkat? Yeah, meerkat droppings. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Pot has saved a lot of lives from me killing them. Idiots piss me off. Pot makes me laugh at them. Great trade-off. Nobody dies and everybody laughs. But I love picking on drunk people. It's one of my favorite hobbies. I used to go to bars. I used to be a bouncer. All 5'4" of me was a bouncer. But I used to go to bars, pretend I was drinking. The bartender knew my code. Every time I would win pool or something, he would make me a rum and coke. But when he put the rum in, he put his thumb over the top and pretend he was putting the rum in the drink. All right? So I'm getting these rum and cokes, but it was just plain cokes. And then I'd have to act like I was getting drunk just like everybody else, just to hustle them, because I had to maintain, because again, I was the bouncer, but I was blend in with everybody else. And I guess you wouldn't say so much a bouncer, but a dissipator of problems. So if a problem came in, I had to be lucid enough to sidle them out or trick them out or throw them out, you know? And well, besides making money, I made a few enemies playing that. But this is how you find the idiots, that the troublemakers, and that. So, but hey, drunks are such suckers. You get a drunk, you can talk him into anything. Had one guy, and he was a partier, but he was so drunk his taste buds were gone, and I was giving him parsley. He didn't care. Then he didn't know because he was too drunk. Or they say, hey, I'm looking for $10 worth of something, right? You give them $10, they take it. They say, okay, where's my $20? 20? Yeah, you said you were going to give me $20 for that. Oh, okay. So drunks are suckers. They're real easy to get over on, you know. I don't hump for them. They just usually, people who know drugs, they come looking for you to be stupid. You know, especially the ones that think they're all that. I fucked your mother. Yeah, well, I fucked your father. Yeah, so take a swing at me. Down. There you go, dummy. And it does save lives. Instead of beating some people up sometimes, hey, I laugh at them, trick them, fool them. Sometimes get a whole bar and say, hey, everybody, we got a jerk here. The next thing you know, you got 30 people just grabbing the guy and just carrying him right out, throwing him out on the sidewalk. Go away. There you go, Blue Ghost. Caffeine. Yeah, you had to mention, now I got to have another sip. And, oh, if I had my phone going today, I would have done my first audit right here today. There was a welfare worker here who pissed me off. She came in here. She knows I'm a smoker, but I'm very good. I haven't had a cigarette the whole time I've been here. All right. And the first time she came up here, the first thing she did is she walked into the bathroom and stuck her head there and going, I think I smell smoke. You're not supposed to be smoking in here. I says, I'm sorry. Nobody's smoking in here. This is, you want to smell my breath? You want to look it through it? There's no tobacco, no nicotine, no nothing in this damn ass place and this and that. Right? And then she let it go. She came back again hours later and stuck her head. Well, before she left, she goes, well, I'll have the cleaning crew. It might be residual smoke from before. So she had the cleaning crew come in, clean everything up. A couple hours later, she came in. First thing did, stuck her head right in the door. I still smell smoke. And I says, well, when the cop opens a damn ass door thinking they're going to smell pot, whether it's there or not, they smell pot. I says, and I went off on her. I says, are you here to help the residents here to get better, or are you here to push rules and be a bully and say, oh, sorry, you don't want to listen to my rules, get the fuck out of my hospital? I says, if that's what you're here for, I will get you the fuck out of this hospital. I says, I will have and I used you guys. I says, I will have everybody I know to do a call flood in here and get your ass fired today. You are here to help the patients. You're not here to be a boss over the patients. You're not here to set the rules over the patients. You are here to help them do their paperwork and get their shit done and not be a boss. And I only wish I had the camera going then. Hey, Red, a long time no see. How you been? Yeah, I'm like Davey VTV. I'm still figuring out how to use a cell phone and go back on. There it is. So yeah, again, I can smoke in here if I want, and they ain't going to detect it. But if you're going to come in and stick your nose just like a cop through a window going, I think I smell. No, you don't. Prove it. And you're not here to be a boss over me and say what I can and cannot do. I'm sorry. You can get the fuck out of here. You know, I don't care if you're welfare or not. I get this paperwork done at home. I don't need your ass. I just do not like overbearing people who think their main priority in life is to tell you what the rules of life are and how they are going to overbear over you and make sure you do what they say. No, I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell you what to do. And boy, my words aren't going to be as nice as yours. Hey, Jew Black. Oh, I'm a healthcare provider and proxy for lots of people. I'm usually on this side of the bed helping people, never this side. Last time I've been in the hospital. All right, I'm going to get going early. My daughter's calling, and she's probably going to want to know. She's a psychologist. Like I said, I got 3 hours last night. So they're going to be sending me home, and I will be outpatient. And when I come in, periodically, it's just a surgery, a couple days recuperation, send me home, stitches heal, bring me back in, another surgery, check me out for a couple days, stitches seal, send me home, and then bring me back in for the last one, which more than likely is going to be chemo. It all depends if it's large cell or big cell, and they won't know that till they get inside my head. And when they take this one out, they'll do a biopsy to find out where all these cells are coming from and what type they are. So you can't get rid of me this easy. I'm stubborn. Oh, by the way, my whole family, and this ain't shitty, you can look it up. My father, my grandfather, my uncle, my sister. Well, my sister, she passed away at 48. My grandfather all died exactly at 60 from cancer. And I'm 60. I'm going to beat it. I'm breaking the chain. My grandma says I'm going to live to be 138. Damn it, I'm going to audit till I'm 138. So I'm going to let you go. I'll go, and I'm going to go call my daughter and let her know what's all up and that they're probably leasing me tomorrow. So I will probably do a live one from home tomorrow night if all goes good and let y'all know I'm home. All right. So again, everybody, thanks for coming and wishing me good luck and everything else. And out of all the comments last night, I had one guy leave one stupid comment saying that nobody should be leaving YouTube videos about stuff like this. And I'm like, why? Isn't this what the community's for? We're here to help each other. You know, not sitting here lambasting each other and saying, oh, I don't think you should do this, that. If you're one of those types, get the fuck out. Because I'm not going to put up with trolls no more. I see any of these trolls, from now on, I'm just saying, fuck you, get the fuck out. I know, that's what communities are for supporting each other, not sitting here looking for the car crashes that's happening in life. If you're here for the drama, then you're not here for the community. You're just here for, like Black Label, entertainment, and you're not here to help the community. And we're also here to help change some of these sheeple's minds and give them balls to stand up for themselves. And unless we explain to them how they're being used, tricked, and this, that, and the other, they're just going to follow whatever big voice they hear running, talking about the flat world or whatever, you know. And I may have disagreements with people out there, as long as they're not trolls and slamming me in that, and I will re-educate them, you know, and tell them where they're wrong. If they're still deadheaded and want to follow, then I won't talk them to them anymore and just have them go bang their heads on the wall somewhere else. You know, I can't cure the world, but those who want to listen, I can help. So, and it looks like I'm going to stay around for a long time, even through some difficulty in surgeries and stuff like that. And some baldness. No, the earth ain't flat. Jeez. You think the earth's flat? Get the hell out of here. So I will let you all go, and I keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully 24 hours, I will be live from home. All right? And again, thanks everybody for your support and coming. I will see y'all later. Good night. See you.